Guys, we finally made it out of Binghamton, and now we're in Syracuse. We finally made it up to AAA after a long, grueling process in AA. Again, the last start that we ended up having, if you guys didn't see it, we ended up giving up 4 runs, but thankfully none of them were earned. It was actually a really ugly start, but somehow that got us called up. I don't know, maybe the Mets are kind of struggling for some pitchers right now, but thankfully we end up getting the call. And not only did we get called up from AA to AAA, but we also went from a AA team that was about 10 games under 500 to a AAA team that's about 10 games over 500. And it looks like we're actually not going to be pitching in this game, unfortunately, against Rochester, because it looks like they're 20 games under 500, and that would have been a really great start. But it looks like our next one will probably end up coming here against Scranton on Friday. So that actually allows us to get a little bit of practice in, a little bit of rest, since we did just make the trip from Binghamton. And hopefully we can actually get a dub against Scranton, who looks like they're actually pretty good this season. But the projected starter does not look like he is, so maybe we'll actually get some run support this time. And again, with a better team like this, I think we might actually get that chance. But as much as I want to admire this really awesome locker room, I think we're going to start simulating. Let's get up to practice. Ooh, unfortunately we lose that last one against Rochester. Looks like we actually didn't get practice, unfortunately, but hey, I'm okay with that. And not only are we getting this start against Scranton, but we're facing a lineup that is almost completely ice cold. I mean, the only 2 players that aren't ice cold are 6 and 9 hitters. Nice. So that means we got 7 hitters that hopefully we can really attack, and hopefully we can up that strikeout amount, because thankfully that kind of resets now that we went up to AAA. So all those stats that we had in AA, wipe them off the board. We're starting with a clean slate, and hopefully we can look a lot better than we did back in Binghamton. Now again, the starting pitcher they have is Clayton Beater. His record is 5-9, however, looks like he's not pitching that bad. I mean, he's averaging more than a strikeout an inning. He's also got a pretty decent ERA at 3.87. But again, we actually look like we have a pretty good lineup, and hopefully we can produce some runs, and hopefully we don't have to be completely perfect. So let's go. We are playing at home actually here in Syracuse. Scranton comes in, and hopefully we can take them out. Oh, and look at this crowd too. I appreciate this. I'm a little more nervous now. Let's see, I know we're not in Scranton, but is Michael Scott out there somewhere? Again, I know we're not in Scranton, but him going up to Syracuse to go see a game sounds like something he would do. That is actually a really dope uniform. So let's go out there, let's do our thing, and let's see if we can actually start AAA off on the right foot. Let's see if we can get a first pitch strike. You bet we do. Let's go. What a way to start. I know that's not that exciting, but hell, you know what? I'm going to be excited about it. So let's go with the changeup down and away right here. Oh, he ain't swinging at that one. That is way too far outside. Let's go fastball, though. Keep it on the outer half. I think it's probably going to be good for us. Nice. And thankfully, that one ends up going foul. So let's see if we can get a nice little strikeout right here. Let's do it with the split on the outer half. Looks like he's going to be chasing things like that. So let's go. There it is. Boom! First batter in AAA. Strikeout right there. Sit down. Go back to the dugout, Seth. AAA starts off a lot better than AA. So let's see if we can keep that up right here. Not too bad. He ends up fouling off that first pitch. By the way, I know the last video we only played 1 game, and I know the other ones we ended up playing 2 or 3. So guys, let me know. Do you guys like the longer videos with a couple games, or do you like the ones where we just end up playing 1? Guys, let me know down in the comments. It'll help me out quite a bit, so I appreciate that. Well, let's go. We go to 1-1 here. Not necessarily what we want to see, but I actually really like living at this part of the zone. If they're going to swing at that, you better believe I'm going to keep it there. So let's see if we can do that with the changeup this time. If we keep that in the same spot, swinging through it. Oof. I'm surprised he laid off that, but that was a smart move on his behalf. So let's see if we can bury the split here. Let's do it. I don't think he's going to be expecting this. There it is. Ooh. He actually got some lumber on that, but right to the second baseman, and there we go. We have 2 outs now. Looking like a good inning so far. So let's do it. Let's keep this up right here. We're pitching pretty well so far. I thought we were going to have some jitters in AAA, but no, man. We are looking really, really good. Really, really good. Let's kind of keep it on the outside yet again. Again, if we keep living there, it's going to be really nice. Unfortunately, we don't get the call on that one again. I'm actually going to see if we can go up and in. They haven't seen that yet. They won't expect it. There it is. Doesn't quite catch the inner half. So let's go. Maybe we can actually go with the slurve on this. Let's get one in the zone here. Oh, we don't quite catch that. Had no break on it because we threw it a little early. That's alright. 3-1. Let's get that fastball. Nice. We actually get to ground it to the second baseman. Ain't got the speed to dig that one out. Let's go. As a 1-2-3 ending to start our AAA career, and that first strikeout as well. Let's see if our offense can really get us some runs here. Well, that's okay. Feel like we're back in Binghamton, but I'm okay with that. It's alright. Again, the guy that we're actually facing off against, despite the fact that he has a pretty not good record, he actually pitches pretty well. So I know our offense is going to have some troubles. Just like we're having trouble at being able to catch that corner. My goodness, these guys are not calling that, unfortunately. That was our bread and butter, you know, in those handful of wins that we strung together in a row there. But unfortunately, not getting that here. Let's see if we can get that 2-1. There we go. Nice pitch. Now we're back in control, baby. Question is, how do we finish this guy? Catcher is calling for the split. I have to say I agree with it. Let's see if we can kind of bury that a little bit and get him to swing at it. There it is. Oh, man. Nice try by the first baseman. Unfortunately, that is going to be a single. I thought we actually kind of got that down enough, but he actually got a piece of it still. But that leads to a double play potential. Let's see if we can get that here. Hold your breath. Good catch by the center fielder. Man, that hung up there for quite some time, and now we finally have one out. So like I always say with one out, runner on first, double play or strikeout. Only two things I'll be happy with right here. We can't quite catch that, unfortunately, and we are facing the 29th New York Yankee prospect. That is not incredible, but hey, good for you, buddy. And unfortunately, this is one of the guys that is not ice cold. But he is kind of swinging at the ball like he is. That's right, that's 2 circle changes in a row. No, we're going fastball up and in. He's not going to expect it. Boom. What did I say? Strikeout number 2 of the game, and now we got 2 outs. Only a runner on first. Let's get out of this one right here. And by doing that, ooh, Jason Dominguez. Okay. It's going to be a little rough. But again, he is ice cold right now. Still hitting 234, so it must be a recent slump. But we're not going to get that call, unfortunately. Let's see if we can keep that down low again. There we go. That one's going to be in the zone. Finally get that strike call. Now we can be a little more crafty. Let's go with the changeup down and away. That looks good. Boom! Swings through that one. And now let's finish him off. You want to go with the slurve? A little bold. We haven't really thrown that well all game. But let's do it. See what happens when we go to the slurve? We don't, unfortunately, get the strikeout, but thankfully, we do get out of that inning, and that is no runs now, and hopefully our offense can pick us up. Oh, that's where Luke Voigt went. Didn't realize he got called up, too. But the lack of run might have me questioning that. Either way, it's still great to have him over at first base. We developed a little bit of a relationship with him over in AA, so it's good to have someone that we know that we can actually trust out there. Let's go. First pitch strike, you love that. Let's get him with the slurve on the outside. That looks good. Well, I mean, look good for the hitter. Maybe not for me to be able to get a strike on that, but that's okay. First batter on. Another guy here that isn't cold, but it is their 9-hitter. Alright, well, that's the last time I say anything about him being a 9-hitter. But there we go. Runner on first, 1 out. Like I said last inning, what are we looking for? We're looking for a strikeout, or we're looking for a double play. And I think the splitter has the chance to do that. Oh, not when we throw it bad like that. Let's go fastball outside. There we go. Nope, that actually drops, unfortunately. That is going to get this guy to third. Don't send him home. They're sending him home. Come on, get him. Get him. Good throw. And we got him. Let's go. What a relay right there. I'm so glad. That bailed me out so hard. My goodness, look at this right here. Just down the line. Thankfully, this took a good bounce off the wall. Right to him. Great relay. Oh, yeah, he was dead. Dunzo. Not even a shot. Thankfully, we have a great field out there. And, man, I don't know why we have our back turned to the play, but at least we got to see it. So 2 outs, runner on second. We just need to get out of this right here. Let's keep it a 0-0 game. We can't get that corner, unfortunately. Let's see if we can try one more time. Maybe he'll actually give it to us this time. Well, he actually swung at that one, so of course they're going to give it to us. Let's go. You want the changeup? Let's go down and away again. Again, if we keep it down and away like that, he's not going to be expecting anything like up and in. You want to go with the slurve? No. Dude, we're going fastball inside. We're going to jam him. He's looking for stuff on the outside. Well, he actually took that foul at least. But at the very least, that sets back up for the outside. Let's throw it out of the zone. Don't want him to get a hit on it. But he didn't swing at that, unfortunately. Sorry, Catch, I got to disagree with you here. We're going for the split to get the strikeout. There it is. Dunzo. Right into left field. Come on, gun him at home. Bro, what kind of crow hop was that? He took the biggest crow hop to throw. Bro, what was that? Oh, and unfortunately we give up our first run of AAA. Rough. That was a really bad throw. We should have actually just gone back to the changeup. He was absolutely right. That's why you got to trust your catcher. Oh, and he feels so slighted by that he doesn't even give us a sign on this one. So let's go fastball. Let's try to get out of this one. I wish we would get some of the corners there, because if we did, I feel like this would be a completely different ball game. And pushing it to 2-0 is not good for us. So let's just get a strike right here. Okay, so if we're not even going to get the 3-0 corner, we need to kind of keep it in the zone a little bit more. I think that's where we really need to live. Let's go with the changeup this time. Yep. Okay, at least we pushed it to a full count now. Now we have options. Catcher wants to go to the fastball. Brother, I've been wrong all day. I trust you. Well, to be fair, that was a foul ball, so that was actually the right call. So let's go back to the changeup. Let's finish it right there. Oh, good play! Oh, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get him at first. But he does hold the guy over at second, though. And you know what? Look, I know they got, a couple of hits, but some of them aren't even that great at contact. Like that one right there, it's pretty decent contact, but again, that probably should have been fielded at some point. But it's okay. Let's go. I can't believe we didn't even get the strike on that one. That's all right. Let's keep it up right here. Okay, 3-0. Let's get these jitters out, man. Let's get these jitters out. We are better than this. There it is. Thankfully, you get the strike call. Good call. That's not his pitch on 3-0. I get that. There it is. Get to the left fielder. Come on now. You got this, buddy. Nope, he is not. Never mind. And that's going to be a few runs. Nice. That is kind of exactly how I expected this start to go. And unfortunately, that it's not going to be great for our stat line. Let's go. We can still get out of this inning. We can be better than this. We just can't get demoted at this point. But then again, it's only been one start. We can do this. We can go out in the next one too and actually have a nice little bounce back. But this game is not over. It is the third inning. It's only 3 runs. And we actually have a pretty decent offense too. So hopefully they can come back and get some runs for us. I don't know how the hell he swung at that one. But either way, let's get that slurve down and away. Let's finish him off. Dunzo. Looking for the fastball. He probably should have crushed that one if he waited on it. But we get the strikeout on that one. Finally, we get out of this nightmare of an inning. Bro, you don't need to check that glove. The way that we just threw, no way we have sticky stuff on our hands. And look at that. Just like that, it is a 1-run game now. So let's go out there. We always find some way to have one inning where we are just absolutely atrocious. And thankfully, we got through that one. So let's make sure we don't have a duplicate of that. And we get out of this one. We end up getting that circle changed low, unfortunately. And we're already at 60 pitches after this one right here. So let's see what we can do. That's a gapper. But thankfully, he should hold to a single on that, which means we do have a double play chance. So no outs, runner on first. Man, I thought they had a cold lineup, but apparently that is not necessarily the case. Dominguez does end up fouling that one off, though. That's good for us. See if we can kind of keep that low again. Again, that'll end up getting us a ground ball. I thought that was a little out of the zone. I'm glad that we end up getting that finally. Oh, you want to bury this changeup, don't you? Let's do it. There it is. Yeah, you bet. Check. How much did they pay you? I'm just kidding. It didn't look like he went, in all honesty. I think that's the split, not the slurve, although I think it might be the slurve, actually. But let's go with the split. There. That was a good pitch, though. End up fouling that off, unfortunately. Now let's go with the fastball up and in. We've been giving him a lot on the outside half. Let's jam him up. And that is going to be a pop-up to the catcher. Nope. Is that going out of play? Oh, no. He's got that. Let's go. Now we got one out, thankfully, and we do have the runner on first, which means double play ball right here. I feel it. I feel it. That is not where we wanted that pitch. Is that really what I did? Either way, let's make up for that right here. Not on the swing. So you checked the other one that wasn't even close, but you're not going to... All right, let's go for the slurve. Loving that. 3-0 count. We cannot walk him. If we walk him, I think we come out of this game. There we go. Good fastball down the middle. I think we're going to have to go back with that, unfortunately. There it is. Looks... Bro, again, that one hit the zone for sure. I appreciate the trust these guys have in us, in all honesty. That's something that, yeah, it's something that I'm glad that we have in our coaches. Let's go with that changeup, though. All right, but if we walk another guy, though, yeah, we're definitely out on. One out, though. There we go. That's a double play ball. Nice. Get that one. Wow, he did end up getting the second one. That is an amazing play right there. Honestly, if we were back in Binghamton, we would have maybe gotten one on that one. But what a play by our third baseman. Gets him out at second, just barely. And look at this throw to first. How close is this? Well, I am not challenging that, especially since our team gave us 5 runs that inning. 3-7. Now we got a great lead to play with right here. Let's go. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Let's get that. Now let's try to go for some more strikeouts now. This is definitely going to be probably our last inning. I don't see Coach putting us out there for the 6th, especially with how many pitches we have. So let's make the best of this one. Going for the bunt. Get that foul. Trying to play cute on this one, but no, man, I ain't allowing that. Let's go. See? You got to be strong. There we go. Ground out to the first baseman. You know, we're at 76. If we get him out in 4 pitches or less, maybe we have a shot at going out there for another inning. But, again, I would doubt it. There we go. We get that first pitch strike, which probably shouldn't have been. That's okay. Now we're going to go for the fastball outside. See if we can get him going. Let's go. Foul ball. Let's have this last batter of our outing actually be a strikeout. And let's do that up and in. He ain't going to know what's coming. Let's finish him off right here. Sit down. All right. Even though that was a ball and that was ball 1, that is exactly where we wanted that pitch. So that sets up for the changeup down and away. He's going to chase this one. Watch. Hands down. Done. I wish he would have swung through that, but we'll take it out there. Ground out to the third baseman, and thankfully, we still keep this lead, 7-3. Even if that's our last inning of this game, we are lined up for the win, and hopefully we can get that right here. And that is exactly what happens. And again, I really can't blame him. We are getting up there in pitches, almost getting up to 80, and especially since it's our first start in AAA, and we have the lead still, I totally understand, and he is completely justified for taking us out. And thankfully, that leads us to our first win in AAA here. We are starting off 1-0. Again, maybe not the best line in our debut, but if that gets us the win, I am extremely happy. Again, I'm really happy with the offense that this team can put up. Honestly, I feel like we got more runs in that game in run support than we got in the last, 3 in Binghamton. So, I love this right here. Drafted out of Illinois, you know me. But look at that line, though. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. But we had the 3 Ks and only 1 walk, despite the fact that it felt like there should have been more. So again, not the best line. The 7 hits isn't great, but honestly, not a bad start for AAA. We get the win. Now let's go out there and see if we can win our second game, too. But thankfully, it looks like we're going to get a little bit of time to rest here, because it looks like it is the All-Star Weekend, which which means 4 days off right here. And since we are not pitching well, no way we'd be going to the All-Star game or anything like that anyways. But either way, looks like we're going to get some time off. It does not look like our next start is going to be until like 2 Sundays from now. So I know that seems like a lot, but in all honesty, we really need the rest. We've been pitching pretty much every 5 games for the most part. So it'll be nice to actually get some time off. But it looks like we're going to be coming back against Rochester. And honestly, that does not look like it's going to be a tough matchup per se. But again, the way that we just played against Scranton, we definitely need to pick it up, and hopefully we can actually do that against Rochester. So let's go and simulate through the All-Star break, and let's get to our next start. It looks like we're ending, with 2 losses, unfortunately. But thankfully we do get a practice here. So let's go to the bullpen, and let's actually work on our control of our circle change. I mean, you guys kind of saw, we're having some issues with that. Then again, we weren't really getting the corners, unfortunately. But if we can actually work on that control, I think that's going to help us in the long run. So we get through those, and now our little series, mini-series, 3-game series here against Rochester. And it looks like we ended up winning the first 2. So we are going into the 3rd game. Hopefully we can end up picking up the sweep here. But it looks like our offense went a little cold here. Looks like Joey Wendell, Ryan Clifford, Jet Williams, and Xavier Edwards are all ice cold, but at least Ben Gamel's on fire. So fingers crossed he can actually pick it up at the top of the lineup. Now, looking at their team, again, I have no idea what that symbol right there means for the 2 and 5 hitters, but I'm assuming that's pretty decent. But it does look like their 6 hitter is ice cold, and their 9 hitter is on fire. So, again, things we need to look out for when we're actually out there pitching. Guy we're facing against is Thad Ward. Love that name. He's 4-8, though. Hey, it looks like our kind of strikeout rate right there. I appreciate that in a 4.28 ERA. Look at our ERA, though, 5.4. We definitely need to improve on that. I don't care if we're 1-0. We need to look a lot better than that. So let's go out there. Let's see if we can outduel Thad, and let's pick up a win here in Syracuse against Rochester. And look at all those beautiful fans in Syracuse. Feel like we might have the whole population here. So another home start and another chance to improve on those stats because that does look pretty bad right now. But let's go. D. Baker. Let's go, buddy. Let's see what you got here. Let's see if we can start off on the right foot with a strike. That is not going to happen. That's okay, though. It's not to say that we can't come back from that. Go with another fastball down in the zone. Let's get that strike call. Can't get that either. We had started off a lot worse than this before. That's what I'm talking about right there. Thankfully, we end up having him fly out to the center fielder. Yeah, we're going to ignore the fact that went to the warning track and all that, but you know what? In the scorebook, that still counts as an out. So, goodbye, buddy. We are going to ignore the fact that should have been gone. But let's go with the split here to the 2-hitter. And let's not make a mistake like that again. How does that sound? Nice little foul ball right there. Let's see if we can get out of this here. Let's go with the fastball down and out. Set up for an inside pitch on the next one. And that is definitely going to do it right there. So we want to go with the slurve down and in. Let's give it a shot. Why not? I trust our catcher. Oof. Kind of chops at it. Not a strikeout, but a ground out to the shortstop. Man, he is fast. One more batter to go. Looks like his strike zone is pretty much red. Looks like he can get the bat on the ball pretty often. But let's go with the changeup here. There it is. That's beautiful. You better believe that's a strike, buddy. Who do you think I am? Let's go. Splitter down and away. Let's get him to chase that in the dirt. And let's get him out right here. That's beautiful. That would have looked a lot better if that actually, would have not been right in the zone. That should have been buried. But let's go with the fastball outside. There it is. Yes. Get him chasing on that one. I think he was expecting something to break into the zone, but get him swinging, and that is the first strikeout of the game. And our chance to go up in this game, too. That's okay. We're saving that for the later innings. We don't need a lead right away. It's more exciting when we get them later on, Makes everyone enjoy it a little bit more. Because then you think about it, there's more suspense in the game. If you know you're going to win, is it really that fun to be there? Oh, and we give up a base hit like that. I'm a little worried that these guys might think that we end up losing. To be honest with you, don't feel that confident after that one. But that's alright. It's only one pitch. Got the fastball, but unfortunately that was not in the zone. So let's make sure this one is. There it is, and that is going to be not a double play, but at least we do end up getting the guy out at first. And now we got a fast guy on second. Okay, well maybe he's not fast, but looks like he got to second pretty fast. There we go. It's a good pitch right there. That is a strike on the outside corner. We actually get off to a nice lead here. But let's see. 0-1. Let's see if we can get the slurve. Can't get him to swing at that one, but that is really where we want it. Again, we didn't want anything too good for him. We really want to preserve the 0-0 tie here. And that means we need to make sure that he doesn't get a good piece of this ball. So let's jam him inside. Let's see if we can get him to swing pretty goofy here. Well, he swung pretty goofy, but he ended up fouling that one off. But you know what that sets up for? The split down and away. Let's finish him right here. There it is. Did I say split down and away? I meant slurve down and away. There it is. Oh, we left that hanging, but thankfully hit it right to the left fielder. No damage done. Now we got 2 outs. Now, I'm always happy to get outs, don't get me wrong, but not when we do it on mistake pitches like that, you know? Again, that should have been a potential strikeout, but unfortunately, again, we hung the slurve, and that could have been really bad. And now we go 2-0 on this guy, unfortunately. Let's get him something pretty decent. Can't get that outside pitch. That's all right. Again, nothing too good. Don't want to have the guy on second, you know, find a way to actually get home. And honestly, a walk wouldn't do that. It would give him an extra base runner. Oh, no. And that's okay. That's okay. Don't necessarily want to walk anyone, don't get me wrong. Again, he was way ahead in the count. Now we just need to make sure we don't get behind again. There we go. That's fair. Okay, I want to know how that even takes that trajectory right there, but that's okay. Got him out at home. No, and that is going to be a 2-run lead in the second inning. Maybe we should have taken a break before we ended up pitching this game, but that's okay. We are not in a good spot right now, but let's just get out of this one, and let's just keep this at a 2-0 game. Again, we've seen that our offense can really put up some runs, so hopefully they can pick us up right here. And hopefully we don't do any more damage to ourselves. Oh, but when we buried it like that, we do not give ourselves a chance. And thankfully he fouls that one off. And now we need to get out of this with a strikeout right now. Like, there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. This has definitely got to be a strikeout. There it is. Dunzo. All right. You don't want to call that. That's okay. We'll just dot it up with the fastball. There it is. Sit down. You're not going to look at that one, man. I understand 3-2, but you got to protect the zone. And there we go. Thankfully, we finally get out of that one. Offense, please pick me up. I'm sorry. But not quite. That's okay. Again, as long as we keep this competitive, like you saw, we gave up 3 runs in the last game, still ended up picking up the win. I think we can do that here, too. 2-1 counts. Not necessarily back in control, but still, we can try to paint the corners a little bit more. There we go. Let's finish him off right here. Question is, what are we going to do it? I think we're going to have to go with that circle change. Let's throw this off the plate a bit. Let's see if we can get him chasing. No. But thankfully, that did not hurt us. So let's finish him with the split down. Let's see if we can finish this. Please do not throw this early. Please do not leave this hanging. Not going to comment on that one. Well, let's go. Strikeout number 1 of the inning. Where have these calls been? Honestly, please tell me where these have been. My goodness. All right, there we go. And that's going to be a ground out. Let's go. We're back in control now. Feel like we got some more rhythm. We are definitely getting guys out at a quicker pace here. Maybe we just need to face the top half of the, or top third of the lineup pretty much every inning. These guys are not doing too much to us. The bottom half, for some reason, that's absolutely killing us. Let's see if we can get our second strikeout of the inning. And we're actually in prime position to do it with an 0-2 count. You want to go with the fastball? What do you say we go up and in, buddy? Let's see if we can get him to swing on this one. That's perfect. But he doesn't swing at it, unfortunately. But I hear you. Let's go with the split. He saw up and in. Let's go down and away. There it is. That was a great pitch, but he ended up getting a piece of it. But we do get out of that one, and we are going into the dugout with, unfortunately, a 2-run deficit. And hopefully, again, our offense can actually pick us up here. We have the offense to do it. But not that inning. Not that inning. All right, let's just keep playing our game now. Honestly, that's all we need to do. As long as we keep it with 2 runs, again, we've seen what our offense can do. We're going to be fine. But this 4-hitter is not swinging at anything, and unfortunately, we're not getting any calls either. We're not getting that one either. Unfortunately, we threw that one way too far in, and we cannot afford another walk. There we go. Thankfully, we end up getting the corner on that one. It's not where we wanted to set up, but thankfully, we ended up picking it up anyways. That looks good, too. Don't drop. I can't believe just a little slice there into right field, and somehow they pick up their first hit of the inning. Well, that brings us to a challenge, and I think we can try to end this inning without allowing a run. I think that's probably going to be the easiest thing to do right here. So let's see if we can make that work. We have a chance for a double play right here. Oof, we threw that one kind of outside, but thankfully he still tried to chase it. It looks like he's looking for the outside. Is this Javi Baez? No, because he would have swung at that one for sure. Let's go with the changeup now. That's beautiful. That's what we're looking for. Now let's get a strikeout right here. Let's get it to 1 out, and let's finish this guy off. I think he'll swing at anything right now. Boom! Yes, he will. That's a fastball inside. He wasn't expecting that. Now we got 1 out in the inning. Trey Harris, who lined out in his last at-bat, he's probably going to ground out right here. I'm calling it. Look at that. I'm telling you, as long as we keep it down in the zone, that's exactly what's going to happen. Those little slices, nah. That doesn't happen when you throw good pitches like that. So let's finish him with the slurve down and away. Let's get him going. Dunzo. He wanted to go. He wanted to go. So much so that we're going to throw it again. He's going to go. Go foul. Thank you. All right. You've seen 2 slurves on the outside. Let's go fastball in. Ooh, we brushed him off the plate, though. Not necessarily what we wanted to do. As long as we keep it down low with the changeup. Dunzo. Boom! Another strikeout. Sit down. And let's go. Now we can really get out of this inning right here. 2 outs, only a guy on first. And our pitch count really ain't that bad either. We're coming up on 60, which means we probably have another good 2 innings in us. As long as we can actually get some calls, which we didn't right there. Pushes it to a 1-0 count. There we go. Okay, that went foul. I thought maybe that would stay fair. I'm not going to complain about that. That's a strike. However, not that one, as they push it to a 2-1. So let's keep going with the fastballs. Yeah, if you're not going to swing at that, I will dot that up all day, my friend. You want to go with the slurve? I want to go with the split. Sorry, buddy. I overrule. But maybe I should just go with you next time, because it seems like you know what you're talking about. So you want to go fastball down and away? I got you covered. There it is. So that pitch count is climbing now, unfortunately, after a handful of foul balls. But if we can get them right here, we're not going to be able to. It is now a full count. All right, let's finish him with the changeup right here. There it is. We end up walking him, unfortunately. Please don't take us out of this game. We need to finish this inning, and we definitely will right here. We should have got a strikeout on that one. That is totally my bad. And that leads to a 3-run shot. And if that doesn't get us taken out, I don't know what will. All right. Well, if you're not going to, let's keep going. Get foul. Is this a lesson we're just going to have to learn? Did they send us up to, like, you know, I don't know, end our cockiness? I don't know. Then again, we had nothing to be cocky about in Double-A, so let's end this game with some dignity. Let's finish him with the changeup down and away. Swing at this one, buddy. Fine. You didn't like the changeup? Maybe you'll like the split. Let's finish you off. Dunzo. I can't believe you got a piece of that, but thankfully he's out at first, and I think that's going to end our day, unfortunately. I don't see us keeping us in for the 5th inning when our pitch count is up a bit, and we've already given up 5 runs. At the very least, I'm hoping that our offense can just come back and at least tie it up so we, get the no decision. Oh my goodness, and that is exactly what happened. Oh my gosh, we get the no decision. We end up winning 7-6. Holy shit. It is so nice to have a nice offense, man. Oh my goodness, it looked so bad for a while. But thankfully, our bullpen came in and held it down. And thankfully for us, that offense came in clutch. God, I don't want to see that line. I mean, the only positive thing about this line is the fact that our strikeout rate went up. We ended up getting 5 strikeouts in 4 innings. Unfortunately, we gave up those 4 hits, 2 walks, and that 3-run bomb added to that 5 earned run total. But thankfully, that keeps us at 1-0 in AAA, and despite the fact that our ERA looks incredibly ugly, at least we don't look incredibly terrible. So I think that's where we're going to end it. I think this guy needs a little bit of a break. I think this guy needs a little bit of a break. But it looks like in the next episode, we're going to end up taking the ball against Buffalo. It looks like they're doing pretty well this season, too. It looks like our start is going to be on Saturday, which means we almost have a full week's rest, which is nice. We might have another bullpen session tomorrow during practice. But either way, man, honestly, that stat line up there looks really bad. We are 1-0, which is great. Only 8 strikeouts in 9 innings and an 8 ERA. We need to really improve upon that, and hopefully we can actually do that against Buffalo. And it looks like the series after that is going to be Columbus as well. And they look a little worse for wear, so maybe we can actually get a really good start against them. But those would be the 2 next week. So, guys, make sure to keep an eye out for that. But again, guys, let me know down in the comments. Do you guys like these episodes that have 1 game in them, 2, or do you guys like 3? You guys want them to be a little bit longer or a little bit shorter? Let me know down in the comments. Again, that's going to help me out quite a bit. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.